Hey y'all, it's me Marty. Welcome to another video. I know it's not technically Christmas yet, but it's the Christmas season. I celebrate Christmas the whole month of December. Actually, I kind of start in November, really. Actually, I celebrate Christmas a little bit throughout the whole year. I love the Christmas season and celebrating the birth of Jesus, and I just love it, yeah. Anywho, so I thought I'd sit by our Christmas tree. Just a little one we have here, but it's beautiful and wonderful. And actually, we just got a new tree topper I got to put up here. But yeah. Anywho, got a couple gifts under there, and the nativity is sitting there. We actually have like 4 or 5 nativity scenes. In this video, I want to show you a few things that are a little different than what I usually show you as far as woodworking that I've done. You know, I've been feeling really old-fashioned and nostalgic and everything lately. That's why I'm doing some of older projects on my woodworking videos. It's just kind of fun to do some of the older stuff. And I started thinking about when I first started woodworking, when I first started scroll sign. So I want to show you a couple of things. They're really simple. Tell you right up front, there's nothing fancy about these projects at all, but I just want to show you kind of how I started. So I've been woodworking for over 30 years. You know, I did a little bit of woodworking when I was younger, kind of on my own when I was a teenager. Also, my stepdad, he showed me a few things. I did a couple of projects, but not too much. I didn't really get into woodworking till pretty much the fall of 1992. So over 30 years ago. Oh, 32 years ago now. And that's when my Uncle Don and my Grandpa Mort, they got me into woodworking and specifically scroll sign. They introduced me to scroll sign. Gave me my first scroll saw. It was an old Craftsman, kind of rickety scroll saw. It didn't work real well, but it got me going, and I just got better and better from there. I was really thankful for that scroll saw, and I still have that one. It's on my shelf in my shop. But anyway, when I first started, I did stuff really simple, okay? I mean, right now, I like to do my word art and fretwork kind of stuff, and intarsia and different wall art and desk art and decorations, and little boxes and toys and puzzles and all that kind of stuff. But when I first started, I didn't do that kind of stuff. I did stuff really simple. This is the kind of stuff I started with. It's just a simple sign. Dad's North Pole Workshop. This little sign here is literally 30 years old, 32 years old. And it's just a simple board. So that's kind of the first thing I did when I first started scroll sign. I just cut boards and kind of dog-eared the corners, and then I painted. So when I first started woodworking and scroll sign, it was more painting than actually woodworking. And so I would just do little signs, and I made little decorative Christmas signs. I'd put scripture on them and little sayings, and I'd do candy canes and snowmen and Christmas trees and sleighs and Santas and little nativity scenes and different things. I would make signs. So I would just cut little boards, all different lengths and sizes, and I would paint decorations and sayings and pictures on them. That's how I started woodworking, really. Just making little signs. And so again, there was more painting than actual woodworking. And I'm not a painter, y'all, at all. I can paint a room, paint walls, not very good. But I can paint little stuff like this, and it's actually enjoyable. Now, my wife is a painter, and she's got beautiful paintings all over our house here. She actually has some new ones I got to hang up. She's really gifted in that. She has a lot of talents, and painting is one of them. I'm not real talented at painting. If you look really close here, it's nothing fancy. But this sign has been sitting on my shelf in my shop for 32 years. But that's how I started, just making little signs. So then I started making cutouts. I would do just different little shapes and stuff. My uncle and my grandpa gave me some woodworking magazines and scroll saw books and magazines and different patterns and stuff. And I just started cutting out simple shapes. And because I was learning to do this in the fall, getting close to Christmas, I started out with Christmas stuff. So I made all these little Christmas signs, but then I would also cut out some Christmas trees and sleighs and snowmen and different things, and make puzzles and stuff, and then I would paint them, like this here. I just made this today. I cut it out. It's just a simple snowman cutout, and I just got done painting it just a little bit ago. And it's actually really enjoyable. Just a couple of little bottles of the just cheap paints from Walmart, and just kind of decorate them. it's actually really enjoyable, really relaxing. I want to start doing that again. Now, I don't paint wood a lot. I usually do things out of hardwoods and I stain them or clear coat them. But things like this, little decorations and cutouts and puzzles and stuff, they're kind of fun to paint. But I would do these. So this is actually a pattern I've had for over 30 years, a little snowman. And I made a new one today. And what I like to do is paint the front, but leave the edges and the back natural. Just kind of fun, a little snowman. And I would also do Christmas trees. And I really enjoy this. Like you've seen at the beginning of the video, they're kind of fun to decorate. Just paint it green, a simple Christmas tree. Again, I leave the back and the edges natural, but I paint the front. So I just painted it green. And then what I do is I take the tip, the ball part, the end of my paintbrush, and I just put dots, all different colors. And then it looks like lights and the ornaments and stuff. I just think it looks really cool. And it's really relaxing and fun to make these. Simple, just simple. Nothing fancy. This is how I started, just doing simple stuff. And then I make this here, and I'm kind of holding it kind of slow, carefully here because it's drying, because it's gluey. And then I would also make, I made them as Christmas card holders, but actually you can use them for just about anything. So I cut out the word joy, paint it red, and then I just put white dots on there for snow. And then it just has a base and a back. Simple, super simple, glued up together. You can nail them if you want. But you can use it for Christmas cards. You can also use it for letters or mail. You can also use it for napkins. Just simple. This is what I did when I first started woodworking and scroll sign. Nothing fancy, just simple things. Simple cutouts and painted them and stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, so again, the old sign, this sign is 32 years old. I made many of these little signs, and I gave them away as gifts, and then just making the snowmen and Christmas trees, just kind of fun. And then these napkin holders, letter holders, and then I started doing other cutouts and animals and shapes and stuff, started making puzzles, and I started doing Christmas ornaments, and then just doing some other different things, and I got into doing more fretwork and doing things that had inside cuts, and doing intarsia and making little boxes and little brain teasers and little toys, and then I'd move on to bigger things, little shelves and boxes and signs and stuff, and I got better through the years, and I'm just an amateur. I'm just a putz. I mean, look at me. I'm just a putz. I'm not a master craftsman or a fine woodworker. I have a lot to learn. I admit, 32 years of woodworking, I'm really a weekend woodworker, if that. I'm lucky if I get a few days in my shop a month. I just don't get out there that often. I work a lot, but I try to get out there when I'm home for a while. And right now I'm making Christmas ornaments and some other little gifts and just doing different things and thinking up new things to make and making some older things, and just for some fun videos for you all too. So I hope you're enjoying them. But yeah, just thought I'd show you the way I started, making little signs and cutouts and painting little things. That's what I did when I first started woodworking and scroll sign. Not the fancy stuff I do now. I still don't do any real fancy stuff, but a little fancier than I used to when I first started. But this is really nostalgic to do this, cutting out these new old things and painting them again. I just sat at the table and just spent a little time painting. It's relaxing. I think I'm going to start doing this again. Sometimes it's fun to go back to the beginning, and kind of start over and do what you used to do at the beginning. And that goes for all of life, really. Sometimes it's good for us to just kind of back up and rewind and I don't know. I think that's really good for all different areas of our life to do that sometimes. And so I'm going to start making some of these things that I used to make years ago, and they're just kind of fun, and doing a little bit of painting and just little, I guess, more crafty things than fancy woodworking things. But yeah, it's kind of fun to do different things. I have so many different kinds of woodworking and scroll sign that I do, and it's just fun to do different things. And then you really I never get really good at anything. because I don't do, I start something, I'll do compound cutting or intarsia or fretwork or making something new, and then I'll go into another thing, and so I can do a lot of different things, but nothing real well. But I also don't get tired of it. I don't get sick of it because I'm always doing different things. So it's kind of fun to do new projects that are coming out, and then bring back some of the older ones. And I found a whole pile, a stack that thick in my shop of old patterns from like the 80s and 70s and 60s, some really old patterns. I'm going to do some fun new projects with old patterns, so that'll be kind of neat. And I am going to be doing some more of these little cutouts and signs and different things and painting. It's just kind of fun. I forgot how much I enjoy just painting simple cutouts, So anyway, yeah. Side share that. Nothing fancy or big today. Not any big, huge projects or anything, but kind of fun. Just some simple things. The way I started, when I first started Scroll Saw Woodworking over 32 years ago. So anyway, and again, I'm always learning. I'm just an amateur. Anyway, I just pray you're all doing well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Watch my other videos, over 450 videos of all different things. Me just trying to live life fully and sharing my adventures, whatever I'm doing, whether it's in my wood shop, doing stuff with my wife, or having a campfire, making a coffee, going on a hike, or trucking around the country, or teaching, or playing my mandolin, or trying to sing badly, trying to cook, all kinds of stuff. I just like to share my life and help people smile, and I hope it inspires you or at least makes you laugh. Anyway, hope you're having a wonderful holiday season, and I pray and hope that you have a wonderful Merry Christmas, and I'll be having lots more Christmas videos and woodworking videos coming up this month, and some other things on the road and stuff too. You never know what you'll see on my channel. It's Marty's Ramblings after all. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.